New commitment for Notre Dame in the 2026 class. Another wide receiver. That is 3 for the Irish this weekend on Friday. Caden Finley pop for Notre Dame. Devin Fitzgerald on Saturday. And on Sunday, Brayden Robinson announced with the Rivals Recruits channel. And we're going to talk about it in this video. Folks, please hit the thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the Blue and Gold YouTube channel for more content. And go to blueandgold.com for much more on this news. So Brayden Robinson, 5'8", 160, might be outdated. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little bit bigger than that, but he's not going to be playing your boundary wide receiver. But this guy is a playmaker and a highly productive one. He's got a 4-star ranking by 24/7 ESPN Rivals. On 3 ranks him as a 3-star, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's a stock up guy in the rankings. Robinson picked Notre Dame over Miami and Arizona. And Tim, we're going to talk about his tape in a second, but how about this production? Absolutely tremendous. Across 3 seasons, 155 receptions, 2,328 yards, and 32 touchdowns. Big time ball in the state of Texas as well.
Yes, that's exactly. We're going right back into the state of Texas for another wide receiver. And then, I mean, when you watch him, it's obviously Captain Obvious here. He's a speed guy. He's going to play slot. He's going to be a return man. He's going to be a guy that you're just waiting to hit a home run.
Yeah.
Whether it's punt return, kick return, the slot, the bubble, the quick little screen, take it and go down the middle of the field. That's what they're getting out of this young man. And super, super quick. So it's basically just getting a bunch of fast guys, it feels like, in this entire wide receiver class.
Load them up.
Fast guys will figure it out. We're going to move you around. Mike Denbrock, Coach Brown have a lot of experience together, moving guys all over the place, especially Coach Brown at his Cincinnati days with the great job he did there. So get a bunch of fast guys that make plays with the football. Yeah. And that's something, I mean, let's be honest, that's something Notre Dame's lacked, is just get a ball in space and go make plays. But this wide receiver group's got it in all over the place. So, and then obviously with Robinson, he's just quick. He's just a quick football player, and can't wait to see what he does with the ball in his hands, because he's a dynamic playmaker.
Yeah, 10.44 in the 100-meter, which is
fast,
blazing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the calculator says on that translating to like a 40 time, but yeah, this kid is fast. Again, super productive playing, in the state of Texas. His dad is the head coach at his high school too, so that's all right. So he's a coach's kid. Like there's a lot to like here in this now 5-man wide receiver class, Tim, and something 2024 team captain as a junior I think is impressive too. But like, Tim, how many times in years past has Notre Dame wanted 3 or 4 wide receivers and then they get one? I talked about this in a call-in show the other night. In the 2022 class, Notre Dame had 3 receivers committed: Morion Walker, CJ Williams, and Tobias Merriweather, and then they wanted a 4th. They ended up with 1. Like last year's class, Tim, they wanted 4 or 5. They got 3. Notre Dame wanted 4 this class, 4 or 5, and they got 5. Like Notre Dame landing their targets. They're landing their targets. Brayden Robinson is a pot of gold kid too. Notre Dame's been on this kid for 15 months, Tim.
No, I know. And that's what's exciting. And great point about last year. How many times did we hear? It felt like their top 5 guys they wanted, they didn't even get on visits and stringing it out, trying to figure out what they wanted. It felt like as a wide receiver, as a philosophy, as a passing offense. But obviously Coach Denbrock and his experience, he knows what he wants. And it's fast guys. This is a fast group. When you run a 10.44, 100, that's blazing.
Yeah.
That's a blazing speed. That's a legit 4.5 40 guy right there. So that is some speed with the ball in the open field. But no, you're right, Mike. They've done a great job closing. The visits have been outstanding. But in this case with Notre Dame, you got a bunch of guys, man, they've been after for a long time. So that's what's really exciting with this group as well.
Tim, are we watching the same tape? Like, this kid's 5'8", and he's just this goal line jump ball threat. Like, right. Fast guy, yes. But also like a little like a technician at receiver. Like, he's got these strong hands. Like, I mean, we're wearing the same thing that we wore in the Caden Finley video, right? Finley committed a couple days ago, so we just got done talking about Finley, Tim and I. Tim, a lot of the things we said about Finley, just how smart he is with the game, like reading space and coverage, and the man on him, and how he reads. I think Robinson's got a lot of those similar traits.
I mean, the thing with him is he's explosive. He gets his feet in the ground quick and is able just to accelerate, straight line, get going right away. And that's what's really, I mean, look at that cut right there. Multiple cuts, getting out of the box right there. But you're right. His ability to plant, make a move. We talked about this with Finley, amazing vision. And I've said it 1,000 times. Texas is a throwing state. It just is. Yeah. They toss that thing around like crazy. You go to all these big, the greater Houston, the Austin area, all these big area, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yeah.
They sling it all over the place. They just do. You just watch any of the great Texas high school championship weekends, especially when they get down to the Final Fours, and then shotgun throwing this thing 45 times a game. So these wide receivers in Texas, they can play. They can play, and they're going to get a lot of opportunity here. But you're right. His explosiveness, his ability to think on the fly, make a play. Yeah, he's just not running straight lines on the film. It is like 12 different routes.
Well-rounded receiver, can do in the kickoff return game. Notre Dame fans, how many times we said we just want an explosive wide receiver? Tim, you've said a million times, I want to throw a quick hitch, quick bubble to a guy and let him go run for a touchdown. How many times have you said that over the years? Like Brayden Robinson is like that.
It's Devontae Smith, when he won the Heisman at Alabama. It's like, as I always said, he beat Notre Dame touchdown on a bubble behind the line of scrimmage, a 5-yard slant and an 8-yard crosser for touchdowns that he caught and ran. That's what Notre Dame needs, is someone just to dump it and go make plays and go cause havoc. And this young man does that, but they also have a handful in this wide receiver class. Let's be honest. It's exciting. It's a great group to come in together, and they're all going to be, somehow, some way play, because last year's group, there may be some projects there. Greathouse, if returns, he's a senior. Yeah. So he's a senior with KK Smith a year from now. So this 26 class is huge for production, on top of Cam Williams and his group developing when they're juniors next season.
Yeah. I mean, this is Notre Dame hasn't signed 5 receivers in a class. And how long has it been, Tim, off the top of your head? It's been, I don't think they have since I've been on the beat.
No. Oh, heck no. If they did, it was, one of the Holtz classes, and, they brought in 12 DBs to figure out who's a wide receiver back in those days. But no, true wide receiver group, no. Because what they did in the during your typical recruiting years was just sign 2, because you had a fullback or 2 tight ends and just give me 2. If I get 2 good wide receivers, 3 was a big class for 20 years basically. So now with it 5, the rotation, the transfer portal, bring in a bunch of athletes, coach them up, and hopefully these guys stick and develop and able to get on the field and cause havoc for Freeman and Denbrock.
All right, that's the commitment, folks. Brayden Robinson, I think, completing a tremendous 5-man wide receiver class for the Irish. Caden Finley, Devin Fitzgerald Robinson committing to Notre Dame and joining Dylan Faison and Bubba Frazier. Speed in this class. So didn't really talk about the recruitment too much. Notre Dame has really been the leader, I would say, for this entire year. I predicted him to Notre Dame a few months ago. Miami had some momentum here and there, but it was Notre Dame, Miami, Arizona, really Notre Dame, Miami battle, and Irish getting that one done after his official visit, that June 13th weekend, Tim. We really are going to be talking about that one for a long time. So, folks, again, if you have not done so yet, hit the thumbs up on this video, and we'll catch you next time.